Princess Beena of Vijayanagar had a great fondness of jewelry. She loved to wear the most beautiful and precious jewels. That's why all the jewelers around would come to her to sell their jewelry.
Look at this, princess. It seems like this necklace is made for you and you are made for this necklace.
This is truly very beautiful. I liked it very much. You'll be paid whatever price you quote for this.
Beena liked the necklace so much that she always wore it.
My necklace! My lovely necklace! Where did it go? Where did it go?
The necklace? It was here just now. Forgive me, princess.
Apologize later. First find that necklace. Soldiers!
Yes, my princess.
My necklace, my lovely necklace has been stolen. I want my necklace back at any cost.
Don't worry, princess. Whoever dared to steal your necklace in my kingdom, I will not spare them. I will not let them escape. Soldiers, come with me.
Vijay Sethu set out with the soldiers to find the necklace. Meanwhile, in Udanka's shop,
I have come to repay my debt.
What? To repay the debt? Well then, what are you waiting for? Money is honey. Do it quickly. Do it quickly. Huh? This is just one coin. Where are the other 4 coins? You took 5 coins from me. Money is honey.
I will repay the rest later.
Not later. I'll give you until tomorrow. Otherwise, your field will be mine. Money is honey.
Ramu returned to his field in distress.
How will I get 4 coins in one day?
Ramu was lost in these thoughts when Vijay Sethu, along with his soldiers, were passing by in anger.
Catch him and put him in jail. He must not escape under any circumstances.
Hearing
Understood?
Vijay Sethu shouting angrily, Ramu felt he was talking about him. This made Ramu anxious because Vijay Sethu's anger was infamous throughout Vijayanagar. And facing his wrath was not something Ramu wanted to do. Therefore, Ramu found it appropriate to flee from there.
It seems he has stolen the necklace. Catch him! Don't let him escape! How will you escape from me?
Forgive me, Commander, but...
Stop with the ifs and buts. First tell me, where is the necklace?
The necklace? But...
He won't reveal it like this. He will only start talking after going to jail. Soldiers, arrest him.
He won't listen to me. I'll tell. I gave that necklace to Udanka.
Soldiers, arrest him and let's go to Udanka.
Udanka, why won't you refrain from doing adulteration? It's not stones mixed in the rice, but the rice is mixed with stones.
What's there to feel bad about it? Money is honey. It's good, isn't it? Your teeth will become stronger.
Don't make excuses. Otherwise, I will complain to the king.
Oh, no. Don't complain to the king. You take another sack. Money is honey. I am saved. Money is honey.
Meanwhile, Minister Saranga was also passing by from there.
Greetings, Minister!
Vijay Sethu reached Udanka.
Udanka, Where is what Ramu gave you? Give it to me.
Ramu? Wow! Not only did he give me just one instead of 5, on top of that, he sent you to me.
5? It means you are conspiring to steal 5 necklaces?
Necklace? What necklace? Which necklace? Whose necklace?
You've been caught red-handed, Udanka. Hand over the stolen necklace straight away. Otherwise, not only you, your shop's reputation will also be tarnished.
What? What should I do now? Okay, that necklace. Yes, I sold it to Keshav. He just left here a moment ago.
Soldiers, catch him. He should not escape. How dare he! You think you can outsmart me? Now quickly tell me where the necklace is.
Necklace? Which necklace?
Making excuses won't reduce my anger. Tell me quickly, otherwise the punishment for this could even be the death penalty.
Death penalty? Greetings, Minister! That necklace, I gave it to Minister Saranga.
What? Minister Saranga? Well, even if he's a minister, it doesn't matter. Vijay Sethu's justice remains the same for everyone.
And that's why he didn't spare Minister Saranga either. And without a second thought, he also arrested him and put all the 4 of them in jail.
What? The commander has also arrested Minister Saranga. Soldier, I want to know the whole truth. You go and secretly listen to their conversations in the prison. Minister Saranga can never do such a thing.
Tell me the truth. Who took my name?
Forgive me, Minister. Vijay Sethu was going to sentence me to death. And to save myself from that, I took your name. I don't have any necklace.
If you don't even have the necklace, then how did Vijay Sethu reach you?
It's because of me, Minister.
Then everyone told their side of the story to the minister one by one. The soldier quietly listened to their conversation and informed everything to the king.
So that's the case. No one knows where the necklace is, yet everyone is in jail. Go and search the garden again. Perhaps it's still there somewhere.
As you wish, my king. I found it! I found the necklace! My king, the princess's necklace was with a monkey.
What? With a monkey? My lovely necklace.
Commander, if your oath to find the necklace is fulfilled, should we release Minister Saranga and the others, whom you have imprisoned on the charge of stealing the necklace? What do you say, Commander?
Forgive me, my king. I'm sorry for not giving them a chance to defend themselves due to my anger.
And then Vijay Sethu released everyone and decided that he would not take any decision under the influence of anger.
Did you see, Uppi uncle? Anger can sometimes lead you to severe loss.
Got it, Nuni. From now on, I'll try to control my anger.
Once the weather in Vijayanagar became so bad that in Mohan's garden there were neither mangoes on the mango tree not bananas on the banana tree.
Where did it go? Father, I want to eat bananas and mangoes.
Apart from selling fruits, Mohan did not have any other means of income. He decided to work as a laborer. Even a car doesn't run without fuel. So how far can hungry and thirsty Mohan go?
Oh, no. Money is honey. What did you do?
I felt dizzy, Master.
Because of your disease spells, my sugar got ruined. Get out, money is honey.
But Master, what about my wage?
You also understand my situation. How can I pay your wage after this loss? Get out, money is honey. Please go.
Mohan cursed his fate and slept with an empty stomach. And then he had a dream.
The goddess of luck will fulfill all your desires. Go to the other side of the mountain and pray to her on the black stone. All your wishes will be granted.
As you say.
God bless you.
Mohan shared his dream with Basanti and set out to meet the goddess of luck early in the morning. Destiny had taken away a lot from Mohan. Now if someone took away even his chickpeas, Mohan wasn't going to tolerate it.
How dare you look at my chickpeas? Huh? Oh, looks like you are very hungry. Eat these chickpeas.
How will our hunger be satisfied with so few chickpeas?
Mohan had seen galloping horses before, but he saw one speaking for the first time. In the midst of the conversation, the horses found that Mohan was going to meet the goddess of luck. So one horse said,
Brother, please ask her to make our field lush green when you meet her.
the horses were now very eager for Mohan to meet the goddess of luck quickly.
I will take your leave. Wow, fruits! Who is laughing?
Don't be scared, brother. Even if I can't give you fruit, at least I can provide shade.
You can speak?
Yes, but no one listens to me because I don't have fruits. Even the animals and birds don't come to play with me. Did you see how my fellow tree laden with fruits make fun of me?
Don't worry, my dear tree. I will ask for fruits for you from the goddess of luck.
Huh? Really?
Of course. Now, please let me go. I have to go very far.
You have to go far. All right, here you go.
I ask you to let me go, not to throw me!
Mohan was nearing his destination when he felt suddenly thirsty. He looked around.
Oh, traveler, please leave this water for us. There is a severe shortage of water here.
Mohan had already met talking horses and talking trees, so he wasn't really surprised to meet these talking birds.
Don't worry, little birds. I will ask the goddess of luck to make the waterfall here flow again.
Assuring the birds and giving them their share of water, Mohan reached the destination and began to pray to the goddess of luck.
Open your eyes, Mohan.
Goddess,
I am pleased with your devotion and dedication. You can ask me for 3 wishes.
As soon as the goddess of luck mentioned the granting of wishes, Mohan remembered the horses, mango trees, and the birds he had encountered on the way. He requested the goddess to alleviate their sorrows.
As you wish.
Mohan did exactly as the goddess had instructed. He removed the box beneath the bird's nest near the waterfall. And as soon as he did that, the waterfall started flowing again.
Thank you, friend.
I'll take your leave.
Then Mohan approached the mango tree, and as soon as he removed the box stuck in the tree's roots, fruits appeared on the tree.
Thank you, my friend.
The goddess of luck had said that if a person with a pure heart removes a square stone placed in the field, then the field will become lush and green again.
Where will we find a person with a pure heart?
Why don't you remove this stone yourself?
Upon the horse's insistence, Mohan fearfully removed the stone. Now, who else but someone who thinks not for himself but for others could be considered a person with a pure heart? It was Mohan.
Thank you, friend.
When Mohan returned home after helping everyone, he was not welcomed.
What? You did not ask the goddess for anything for yourself? Did you come back empty-handed?
In front of my friend's troubles, I forgot about my own worries. But I'm not empty-handed. Look, the goddess had said that.
Open the box only in front of your wife. Mohan had helped others, and luck favored him. All his poverty disappeared. So, did you understand? Those who help others with a pure heart, luck also favors them.
But Amma, Mohan got a treasure. But what did we get by keeping food and water for the birds? Huh?
Is the company of your new friends and the smile on your faces any less than a treasure?
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.